Today, we're going to do an unboxing, setup, and review of this TCL 55-inch television. It's an LED, 4 HDMI ports, 1 USB, 4K TV with Dolby Vision. It's got Roku built in. We're going to use it in our application with a Fire Stick, so we'll go through that process too, switching it over to the Fire Stick. We had to go into the TCL page to try to get the correct information for those of you not familiar or hadn't bought a new TV to set up. You want to make sure you know the size of the area it has to fit into, whether it's a wall mount or it's going on to an entertainment center or something. And so you want to know, one, what your picture size is. So this one is 54.6 inches diagonally is how TVs are measured today, if you're not familiar with that, but 54.6 inches diagonally. This one's considered a 55-inch television, but you also need to know what the physical height and width are to make sure it's actually going to fit your location. From one site to another, when we were looking at ordering this TV, there was different information on what the actual size is, and it ranged from 2 to 4 or 5 inches different. We went with the information, the data that was on TCL's actual webpage, and it should fit our application perfectly. So let's open this bad boy and get into it. Once the straps are cut, the top part of the box slides directly off. With some additional help, the TV can be placed on a flat surface. The legs line up with bumps and can only fit one direction correctly. There is only one screw to attach each leg. Once the legs are securely attached, carefully set the TV into place. Plug your devices into the appropriate input connection. And that's the Fire Stick there that we're going to actually be using for our TV programming. Even though this comes with Roku built in, we're going to be running it off of HDMI 1 and using the Fire Stick. You'll notice there's also an Ethernet port, so if you were close enough to your Wi-Fi, your router, potentially plug it in directly, but we're not close enough, so this one has the ability to do Wi-Fi, so we'll just be setting it up on Wi-Fi. We plugged in our devices. We're going to again run this from Amazon Fire Stick, but when we first turn it on, we have the remote that came with it. This is the Roku remote, which is pretty typical, pretty standard of any of the Roku products. They come with a very similar remote. It has volume controls on the sides to mute and raise the volume. Up, down, left, right to change menus. Netflix, Hulu, Roku, and ESPN buttons are preset here. No numbers and letters and all that. It's all basically menu based. Turn this guy on and let's see what we get when we start it up. So in our case, we're going to do English, say OK. Good old United States, set up for home use. We're going to set up a new wireless connection in our case. If you were in a situation where you had a wired connection, you would choose a wired connection. You would almost always choose a wired connection if there was available to you. It's just a better way to do it if you have that option. Set up a new wireless connection. When you're done putting in your password, you're going to jump down here to connect. So at this point, it's giving us a web URL and a code in order to activate the television. And the next thing it's going to do is ask us if we already have a Roku account. If this is your first Roku purchase for whether it's a small little device TV box like this, or it might have been another Roku TV or something separately. If you don't have one, you just say no, and then you're going to input that information, which is going to be your name, your typical items, email, mega passcode, and all that sort of stuff. Once you get all your information entered, the final option is to let them know that you're not a robot. Check that box, and it's going to ask you to set up your PIN preferences depending on your situation. If somebody was on your Roku box, maybe you have children or something in the home, and you don't want them to be able to purchase a rentable item or purchase a series of stuff that's $20, $19.99, whatever, then you could require a PIN passcode for using the Roku software that's built in when there's a purchase that needs to be made. But if there's no children in your home and it's just you, then you can stop that from happening and just make it so that if you want to pay $3.99, boom, start watching your show, charge $3.99 to your account. All right, once you've gone through and you've created your Roku account, as you're finishing up, it's going to have you put a credit card on file. As if you were going to stream something that had a cost, a movie or something that was $3.99, whatever the case is, then you'd want to be able to do that instantly. It's basically wanting to know what of these items you may potentially be trying to stream through the Roku, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Netflix, and you weren't going to use this with Fire Stick, then you would perhaps choose those so you can get the menus and stuff set up for you so you can easily access your shortcuts. It's picking up on the changes we just made now. So as we just completed updating the information in the device here, it's relaying that information through the TV right now. Now while this is loading, I just want to comment on a couple of other things about the TV. One, you're going to notice that the bezel is actually very, very tiny. It looks like it can't be much different than a 1/4 inch or so on the top and the sides. There were multiple reviews that were on Amazon reviews that were commenting that the bezel was not correct in the size and it was really, really large and on. Far from what I see, it's actually a very small bezel, about $350 you can get one of these. So far, the process setting up looks like it's going quite smoothly. And so this is asking, is everything else that is going to be running on the TV plugged in and turned on? So I'm going to say, yes, it is turned on. And it's going to search for these items. What's connected to HDMI 1? We'll call it our streaming box. And what's connected to HDMI 2? All done.
Get to know your new Roku TV in about a minute. We'll show you how to use your remote, add channels, search for entertainment, and use the Roku mobile app.
Which is really kind of nice. So once you get to this point, you're going to get a real quick tutorial on how to set everything up that you need, how to get to your settings and all that sort of stuff. All right, guys, so this is your typical menu that you would get when you first turn on your Roku TV. You're going to have different icons depending on what you chose to add for your default programming options. And in our case, the standard Amazon Fire Stick menu screen. Here's our Blu-ray player and streaming box if those are on. For the Fire Stick remote to be able to control this television for turning the TV on and off from the one remote, I've got to program the Fire Stick to know what type of TV this is, okay? The TV that was here previously was a Sharp, and so to do that, we're going to jump down here to Settings, and then we're going to go over here to Equipment Control, and we're going to choose Manage Equipment, and we're managing our TV. And one of the options as I scroll down, you're going to see right here where it says Change TV. We detected your TCL TV. Is this correct? Yes, it is. So that only took just a moment to get that part updated. Now it says press the power button on your Fire TV remote, turn off your TV. Powering off. Amazon Fire Stick is now set up to be able to control the TV so we can utilize the one remote. If we're going to watch programming, if we're going to switch to the Blu-ray player, that's all going to be done through the remote that came with the TV. We use a digital antenna. It goes to what's called the Amazon Recast box that then sends that signal throughout the home so we can watch those main networks on multiple televisions in the house without having to pay for any of the over-air content. And as you can see, the picture quality is really good on those programs. This is CBS. The picture quality of the TV is actually quite nice. The blacks seem really rich. The color seems quite vibrant actually. So far, it looks pretty good. Very pleased. Again, this was CBS, but just to show you on a streaming item, we're going to jump into File. All right, we're going to jump into the Hallmark channel here. Who hasn't liked the Hallmark movie? The picture quality looks good. The color looks good. The dark areas look pretty good. The TV out of the box is extremely light. So far for the price point, I like what I see. If you don't want to use the Roku that's built in, you can attach your Fire Stick or any other streaming device you have. This was a TCL 55-inch 4K television at 120 Hertz. Nice picture. For the money, there's a lot of bang for the buck here. The color, saturation all look pretty good to me. We'll see as time goes on in the different programming we watch how it turns out and what kind of life we get out of this TV. Hopefully it's more than the last one. Thank you for watching. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe below, and check out in the description for some additional details. And I'll talk to you soon.